15 and 2, 25 and 10, 30 and 8, or even flawless? How good does your KD have to be for it to actually be classified as good? I've never been one to have an insanely good KD overall. I do kind of like to play the objective, and honestly at this point I don't really care too much about stats. I kind of just play the game for fun, although I can manage to pull some pretty decent gameplays out of my back pocket with 2, 2.5, 3, and even KDs ranging higher than that. In this video, we will be discussing kind of what it takes to get a good game in Call of Duty World War II. So guys, in the background I have a gameplay of me going 48 and 14 in some domination on Flak Tower, which is almost a 3.5 kill death ratio. Now the thing about this game, and the reason I'm using it for this video, is because, well, we actually lost. I'm going to break down kind of what goes on, kind of my thoughts on the game, and kind of what it takes to make a good game in Call of Duty. Now, to start off guys, getting 48 kills, almost dropping that 50 bomb, is tough to do. If you can pick up 40 plus kills within a game of domination, you definitely have some skill at the game. Now, of course, the fewer the deaths, the better, but if you can go 48 and 0, then you're literally just God himself. You are God himself. Here in this game, I managed to pick up a ton of kills, and I even managed to go on some decent kill streaks. A 3.5 KD for me is definitely a good game, but does it still count if you lose? Let's get into it. Here in this game, I play sort of cautious. In my opinion, the best way to pick up streaks and big kill games in World War II is kind of just play positions. You don't want to rush too hard, and you want to use every piece of cover to your advantage. Now, in doing this, you are kind of limiting your movement, and some people may call you a camper, but in reality, guys, it's just playing smart. If you take on this strategy, then it may actually be hard to kind of play the objective. I'm telling you that right now. That's what happened in this gameplay. I was able to pick up a bunch of kills, but I wasn't able to be right in the action, defending and taking flags. Now, I did get 6 captures and 5 defends, but that wasn't enough to win the game. If I focused in and actually played the objective, we probably could have won the match. Clearly, I had the skill to outplay these guys, so I don't think it would have been a tough victory if I played to win. This is where I want to start talking about kind of what it takes to get a good game. Would you guys consider a 48 and 14 gameplay good, even though it was a loss? Here's my take on it. I think it is a good gameplay. I mean, like a 3.5 KD, who would be complaining, right? Who would be complaining? But it was a big loss. It was a huge loss, a big L. If you are able to get that many kills and prove you kind of have the skill to kill the enemy, you should be able to win the game. In my opinion, I think it's almost expected for you to win the game at that point as well. Where it gets tricky is if you are kind of trying to play the objective, you will most likely end up with a lot more deaths, which kind of makes sense because you're going to be in the action. So in all honesty, I think it comes down to personal preference. Do you want to win the game, or do you want to get a good KD? Or you could be the one that wants both. If you want to win the game, you'll kind of do everything it takes to capture the objectives. Now, if you are playing TDM and get 48 kills and still lost, I think you need some new teammates at that point. But in domination, it all comes down to playing the objective. Say you capture 2 flags and throughout the entire round you decide to only kill people on flags, you could only get 5 kills and still win the game. It all depends on who is playing the objective on the enemy team and how you are trying to play the game yourself. If you are just trying to win, you may actually consider any victory a good game, even if you go negative. On the other side of things, you can go ahead and be the lobby's kill whore. This is the person with 40 kills and 0 captures. This person uses the objectives as bait and will never, ever hop on to capture a flag themselves. You can find people that like to hop into domination and play the outskirts of the map, going the whole game without playing a single objective. These players will most likely lose games, but will have a high kill death ratio at the end of the match. In their minds, a good game is when they finish with a high KD, no matter the overall results of the match. They could lose 200 to nothing in domination and have no cares in the world because they still went 15 and 4. The final type of player is the one that does both. Kill whore while playing the objective. Of course, This is tough to do. Playing the objective usually results in deaths, but if you can master this, you can win games while slaying noobs. I like to consider myself this type of player. This game, for example, 48 and 14 with 6 captures and 5 defense, proves that I can still play the objective, I mean, somewhat, and pick up big kills. I know in my mind this game is honestly not considered a great game, kind of just because we lost. Of course, I had fun and it wasn't a bad game, but we took the L. We took the L. So to conclude, guys, I really think having a good game depends on kind of what type of player you are. Your good game may not be the same as my good game, and so on. I know some people would do anything, like anything, to drop 45+ kill games, and honestly, I don't see too many people pulling high kill games when I'm in public lobbies. Like, I'm usually the top of the lobby. Like, the average players just don't really do it. I'm not trying to say like I'm better than everyone or like I'm the best out there. There are players that absolutely dump on me, but I honestly don't see a lot of players dropping high kill games. So whether you get a negative KD, lose the match, or go triple positive, it doesn't really determine whether or not you had a good game. I think it really does come down to overall performance during the game, but that may just be. Leave all your comments down below. Make sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe for more. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.